Hello YouTube, Chester Boyer, and welcome to my first Transformers themed Christmas special. And it is dubbed the 12 Days of PRIMEmas, as you can tell from the title of this video. So, how this is going to work is that most of the reviews you're going to see are mostly from Age of the Primes. Mostly, okay? Key term, mostly. Not all. And one of them is... Now, of course, most is going to be from Age of the Primes, right? One of them is going to be from Legacy Evolution, one from Legacy United, one from War for Cybertron Siege, specifically Siege from the War for Cybertron toy line. And one is going to be from Dark of the Moon. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty ambitious. Don't get me wrong. This is going to be a pretty ambitious thing to do. So, yeah. So, with that out of the way, let's start 12 Days of Primus with the first Transformer created by Primus himself, Prima. So, let's get started. So, in the side of the box, you get Prima himself, two pieces that make up the Star Saber, and the Matrix of Leadership, which is inside, which we'll take a look at that in his robot mode. So, fear not. So, we'll take a look at the Star Saber real quick. Two pieces of it. So, you got the blade bit here, which is done in nice clear blue plastic with some silver paint, painted plastic. And now on the bottom here, it shows the insignia of Prima. Well, Prima's insignia. Now, on mine, it's like tampographed twice on there. You can see like there's one next to it, and there's the other one next to it. This is on my copy, but thankfully on the instructions, it gives you a better idea of what it looks like. So which is, this right here, which I swear to God, it looks like an owl. It looks like an owl or some kind of bird. So yeah, and of course you can combine them together like this. Make sure this bit's facing out, and make sure this is like this, and there you go. And there you have the Star Saber. So this is his artifact. Yeah, so now that all the 13 primes have their own unique artifact that can be used as a weapon or tool. So, and speaking of which, and on the packaging and even in the instructions, it does show the artifact in there, and it shows the name of it in Cybertronian. So, of course, this translates to Star Saber. Again, in Cybertronian. So, pretty neat. So, yeah. Now let's look at Prima himself. As you can see, his vehicle mode, which I can describe as like a Cybertronian van. Yeah, like a van of some sort. With 6 wheels. 3 on the side here. Of course, you can see there's his face right there. So, yeah. Of course, we've got the nice clear blue window here. Again, nice detailing here because we've got some 2 holes there. Oh. And I forgot to point this out. These 2 parts of the storage, I showed down this earlier, but the parts of the Star Saber can be stored onto, well, the blade bit will go into this hole right down there. Just make sure it's lined up like this, like that. And the handle bit, you can plug this on either side of the wheels here. So just make sure this peg is facing up. That way you don't drag this across the floor, across the table. So, well, the instructions do say to plug it into this side here. So plug this in. Push it up, and there you go. There you go. No parts to lose. So, yeah. So, yeah. Pretty neat. Not too bad. Alright, just make sure. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, this one doesn't. Okay. I forgot to fold this up. Alright, so there you go. That's that. We're going to get into the transformation. Alright, so let's begin the transformation. So, we'll go ahead and remove the Star Saber pieces. And we'll go ahead and put these together like I've done before. So I'm going to put that to the side. All right, so I come here and come to the back here and flip out the legs like this. And you come to here, flip out the feet like that. And the wheels here are on a double hinge. So you can see there's a pin there and there's a pin inside the right there. So we're going to fold this up, fold this down, and swing this in. And you can see there's a peg that goes into this slot right there. So just like that. Or you can do it like this, like so. Just like that. So just get that in there. And there you go. So that's the easiest bit there. So the legs are the easiest part. Now the torso bit is not that complicated. So for starters, we're gonna go ahead and detach the sides like this. And we're going to flip up the bumper, fold all the way back like that. And then we're going to swing this back for now. And then we're going to go ahead and flip up Prima's head up like this. And we'll fold in the front wheels like this. Now you can fold this forward. The instructions do tell you to fold this forward, so this the way you can focus. You can give you some room, some clearance. So, I'll fold that down for now. Okay, so we're focused on the arms, so we'll straighten these out like this, and then we're gonna go ahead and make sure this gray bit's out of the way, because you have to swing. You got to turn the torso 180 degrees. So, and yes, the wheels will get in the way. So, just gonna get down as fast as possible. There we go. And these pegs here will go into the back of these slots right here. So right there. So you can see how this is all lined up. So just like that. And once that's done, we can focus on the forearms. So we'll go and fold the fist out and fold this in, and then twist the forearm around like that. And that's like that. Same on this one, just mirrored. So just like that. And there you go. And then we go and put the Star Saber into his hand, like that. And there you have Prima in robot mode. So here's Prima in robot mode, and I can say he is pretty neat. He's pretty cool. Love the detailing on here, especially the head design and the body design too. Nice molding, and it's pretty cool that the backpack's not that big. It's nice and flat, so it's not that bulky. So it's actually, which is again neat. So yeah. Now, here's the other accessory I was talking about, which is the Matrix. Of course, where else would it be sorting in other than his chest? So, there you go. There's the Matrix, which can be removed. And of course, you could put this onto the Star Saber. So if you want to do that. Which is pretty neat. Of course, you can see there's some nice detailing here for the chest. Again, pretty neat. Especially the panel inside. Which is, again, pretty neat. So yeah. So you go. Now, we'll talk about the articulation. So, head is on a ball joint. You can see right there. So, it goes side to side. It can look up. It can look down a little. It can look slightly down, but not much. It's just a. So yeah. Now the shoulders. The shoulder pads are actually on a double hinge. You can clearly see from the pins there. So you can fold them out of the way to make some poses, or for transformation's sake, you want to get them out of the way for a certain step. But thankfully, when you flip the arms up, they move out of the way, so which is pretty neat. And of course, you can fold this up. Okay, don't do that. Okay. You see what I did? Is when you fold up too much, it does unpeg this, so don't do that. So yeah. But of course, there's a. Oops, okay. There's a bicep swivel here, elbow joint. Of course, we've got a wrist joint here, and to my surprise, the hand does open and close. But of course, the fingers aren't individual. It's just all three of them are all four fingers are one piece. So you can actually do this. So that's something you can do. And of course, the articulation is the same thing on this side. So now waist does move side to side. And of course, the skirt pieces do flip up, again for posing. And the legs, they can go forward. They can go back a little bit because of the backpack, but that's not too bad. Of course, they can fall out to the side like that, as long as you have this flipped up all the way. Unfortunately, there's no thigh swivel, unfortunately, but there's a knee joint, and of course, there's an ankle joint. So, pretty neat. So, get the skull situated. So you get into some pretty cool poses. I mean, though it's a little unfortunate there's no thigh swivel. They could have easily put in a thigh swivel. There's like enough. Well, you can't do this, but actually kind of do that. But I wish there was a thigh swivel. I'm sorry, a thigh swivel here. But that's no big deal. Not a deal breaker. This guy's pretty great. Now, for my understanding, the only bit of criticism that this toy had was how bland it looks. Which, yeah, I can understand because it's just mute colors, just with some blue accents. Which I can understand it, but it's not too bad. I mean, but thankfully, Toy Hacks or Repro Labels has made a sticker sheet that's for this figure, so it makes them look a little more colorful and more shinier. So you can get that if you want. unless you're okay with this. I mean, I'm okay with this. I mean, it's not terrible. It's pretty good. That's all I have to say. Now about the head design, from what I can gather, the head design, well, the head itself is designed after a character from the G1 cartoon called the Powerful Robot, which appeared in one episode of G1, and he was retconned to be Prima. Again, retconned. That's what the wiki said. Well, TF wiki. While the body itself and even the Star Saber is modeled after his Covenant of Primes design, which is from a book, I think. So the head, you can say the head is a G1 reference, while the body itself is like a Covenant of Primes reference, or an aligned continuity reference. So yeah. So let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. So yeah. Hey, before I get to the ending bit, I forgot to point out that you can actually plug the sword onto either side of the backpack. So even with the matrix attached, so you just have to play it like this, and there you go. That's all she wrote. So in conclusion, this figure is pretty good. I mean, not terrible. I mean, if you look past the mute color scheme that they have going on, with the blue accents they have going on here, but it's a pretty good start. If you want to start, collecting just the 13 primes, then yes, go ahead and get this. Go ahead and get this figure. Now I did notice that, of course, there's actually holes on the forearms and there's holes on the bottom of the feet. That's if you want to combine this with a weaponizer or an armorizer from a couple of toy lines, like a few years ago. Like I think it was Warp for Cybertron, Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom. Those the three Warp for Cybertron toy lines. If I can remember. I guess if they want you to do that, you can. I mean, hey, it's up to your imagination. Oh yeah, even on the shoulder pads as well on the side. I forgot to point that out. So yeah, so you have those figures and you combine this guy. That's up to you. I mean, you want to have some fun, So yeah, I was pretty stoked that Hasbro was going to be making figures of all 13 primes, which I was stoked. Like, yes, like we're finally getting proper action figures based off the 13, which that is cool. Like one of them. And also I'm aware that Vector Prime has gotten his figure from Legacy United, which was a toy that came out before Age of the Primes, which if I can recall. And I've seen some people on Reddit. When I got this out of the box, they're missing one of the wings here, which, yes, I was one of them. So, but I had to use his sword here as like a pseudo wing. So, yeah, and also I'm aware there's an upgrade kit that goes along with this figure, so that fixes that problem. So, yeah, I'll get around to reviewing this figure soon. So, yeah, and trying to get that upgrade kit. So yeah, and yes, even though he came out a year before this toy line, Age of the Primes, he is actually one of the 13. So yeah, a little weird from Hasbro's part. So yeah, but hey, that's how they are. But other than that, I recommend picking this figure up. Oh, I forgot to point out this is a Voyager class figure. I forgot to point that out. So I should have pointed that out earlier, but yeah. So my next Transformer review, I want to take a look at the Deluxe Class Soulless Prime. So I'm going to take a look at Deluxe Class Soulless Prime. So thanks for watching. Over to saw, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell next to it. You can follow my Twitter, /X, and my Facebook page. Links are in the description. So I'll catch you next time.